Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday, August 24th, 2019. How are you doing? Thank you to those of you who joined me on the webinar this morning. I am sure you got a lot of value from that. And gosh, I've heard Bob talk about that so many times, and every time I'm growing and I'm expanding. And so every time I hear something and learn and understand something different from that webinar. So if you didn't catch the webinar today, no problem. We're going to do it again tomorrow. And be sure to have pen and paper with you because there's so many juicy ideas that we're going to go through. And then you can grab a time slot with me. I've opened up some time slots this week to chat with some of you who I know are ready to make big breakthroughs and really want to change your life and move forward. And we have certainly got the best team on the planet to help you do that. So hold on to your seats and join me for that webinar tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you guys there, okay? So today we're finishing up the chapter 11 called Yourself of Thomas Troward's The Hidden Power, okay? So it's yourself, and I've been reading that this week. And I've read this chapter so many times before, but you guys, every time you study this stuff or you read this stuff, you're learning more about yourself, and you're a different person. So the material presents itself differently into your heart and your mind, which is so cool. Hey, Valerie across the pond there, how are you? Thank you, Ashish, Valerie, Matt, Carrie, and Nikiruka and Soching. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me here. Okay, so it's one last chapter left, and this is really good today, guys. I'm going to keep it short because I know it's Saturday and you guys are busy. So, all right, we have never been out of our right path. Only we have been walking in it backwards instead of forwards. And now that we have begun to follow the path in the right direction, we find that it is none other than the way of peace, the path of joy, and the road to eternal life. And we had been talking about, what this kind of like living is, what is this life arising from each of us, and different people who look at it in different ways have different words for it. Eternal, Thomas Troward calls it spirit of life. Physicists call it the 0 point field. Some people call it infinite intelligence, right? There are all these different ways to describe it. So don't get hung up on the word, right? Because this the 0 point field, this massive intelligence, it's so big, it's beyond just our perceptions, it's beyond our human language. So don't get hung up and fight with each other and do all these stupid petty things, just getting hung up on the vocabulary. Try to develop an understanding of what it is so you can bring out more of it into your life, and you can make your life better. And when you elevate your life, you elevate the life of everyone around you as well. And imagine a world if we were all working on this path with each other and helping each other with this path and bringing out more of ourselves and helping each other bring out more of each other. It would be such an awesome world, right? And the webinar it's going to give you guys so many valuable lessons, guys, tomorrow. So I'm going to pop in the link down below and just register for it. And I really look forward to interacting with you. Tomorrow, I'm going to make it a little bit more interactive. Today, I got caught up a little bit in the technology and getting comfortable with the technology. So tomorrow, it's going to be more interactive. And I'm going to do a little bit of a workshop at the end of it as well tomorrow. So grab your pen and paper and be ready for that. Okay, so we find that it is none other than the way of peace, the path of joy, and the road to eternal life. These things we may attain by simply living naturally with ourselves. Live naturally with yourself. Now, I put in the title, this doesn't really have to do with eating granola or doing yoga or meditating or organic farming or being vegan or anything like that. Just let's think about this, okay? So these things we may attain by simply living naturally with ourselves. It is because we are trying to be or do something which is not natural to us that we experience weariness and labor. Where we should find all our activities joyously concentrated on objects which lead to their own accomplishment by the force of the love that we have for them. The force of the love that we have for them. Okay. But when we make the grand discovery of how to live naturally, we shall find it to be all and more than all that we had ever desired. And our daily life will become a perpetual joy to ourselves, and we shall radiate light and life wherever we go. All right. And that's how we bring out the best in each other. And it's great to read this stuff, and it's great to have a process of self-discovery and a habit of studying every single day. But guys, there's no replacement for having someone work with you on this process, right? So I joke around and I say, I'm Dr. P. I'm not a urologist. I'm a uologist because I help you get more in touch with who you are. And I'm an OBGYN, and I used to focus on helping people birth their babies. And now I help you birth your dreams, and I help you birth you as well and birth your ideas into the world. Because remember, the offspring of your mind, the offspring of your heart are just as, if not even more important to birth into the world than even your physical offspring, right? And ultimately our role as patients is to facilitate and pave a path for our children to do that as well. And when you explore this information, when you elevate yourself, gosh, everyone benefits. Thanks, Zane. Zane says, shine on, girl. Thanks, guys. You guys are wonderful. So, yes, so I will pop in the link for the webinar. Tomorrow's webinar, I'm going to add on a little bit of about half an hour of a workshop, and we can have Q&A and do that as well. And I've opened up slots in my schedule this week to specifically talk with you guys and get you breaking through to more of who you are, living naturally. And like I said, you don't have to become vegan to do that, although it's highly recommended. And we're going to get more light in life going on for you. And Bob's concepts are so powerful. He literally just touched on the tip of the iceberg of how I would love to work with you or your business or your organization and get you getting more of yourself to the surface and more enlightened life into your life. All right, guys, sending you lots of love. You guys know I love my hearts. And I'll talk to you again soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If you want to connect with me, I will put the link on to just schedule a slot with me. I know some of you are like, I just need to talk to you. So go ahead, put yourself on my schedule, and we can certainly chat. That's fine. The webinar is not required to do that, but the webinar just is going to give you so much juicy information, guys. It's really wonderful. So register for it, and at least just register for it. Just make a decision to register for it and start getting in the habit of making a decision, moving forward on positive things in your life. All right. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey, JM, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you guys soon. Sending you lots of love.